Hey guys, this is VSG Bobby coming at you with my week 16 post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. I had VSG on December 18th, 2013 with Dr. Aguala at Mather Hospital on Long Island. Quick weight stats. My highest weight back in August was 316 pounds. My surgery weight was 297. And my current weight is 223 pounds. That gives me a loss since last week of 3.8 pounds, a loss since surgery of 74 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 93 pounds. And it gets weirder and weirder to say every single week. Now that I'm in the 90s, it just doesn't register at all. Really shocked about the loss this week, considering I was in Tampa. That's why I'm wearing this. I haven't taken it off since Tampa. No, I'm just kidding. But there was a pirate costume contest dinner thing, and I figured I'd wear it as a little memento. But anyway, I am 16 weeks out. This past weekend, I took a trip from Thursday to Sunday down to Tampa for the weight loss surgery convention at the Marriott. But I also went down to see some family, my cousins, who I'm very close with. So I spent some good time with them too. But a brief rundown of the weekend. Thursday I got down there, flew down into Tampa, got in around noon, and then pretty much met up with some of the weight loss surgery people from YouTube, hung out with them for a little bit, and then went back to see my family when they got in later that night. And from there, Friday, I spent the day at Universal, which I'm sure you guys see in my video. I'll talk about that, but I went to Universal, spent the day there. Friday night, came home, went and hung out with the YouTubers all night, and didn't get back till like 3:30 in the morning. Saturday, spent the day at the convention. I only went to one or two things. I wasn't really into that, but it was nice to go to a couple things with the YouTubers. And then Saturday night, we had our pirate costume party, and it was really cool to see everybody dress up and take on a new persona. But we had the pirate costume dinner, and then we just hung out all night. Drank a lot the whole weekend. I actually finished off 2 smaller bottles of lemon vodka. I did give other people some, so I didn't drink the whole thing, but I did drink a lot, more than I typically would. But it's alright. I was having fun, so I really did have a blast, and I just wanted to thank everyone I met for being so cool and so down to earth. It was really great to meet people in person and just get to say hello in person. And something I'll talk more about, that I was happy to have kind of clicked with some people. And you don't click with everyone, you connect with the people that you identify with, and I was able to do that. And there's other people that you don't really connect with, and that's okay too. I had a good time, and I didn't meet one person I didn't like. So I think this community is pretty genuine to who they are in their videos. But anyway, what do I do? Some NSVs for the weekend. I did document all of this. It's on my Facebook if you haven't seen it. It's VSG Bobby. But I took pictures of everything that was like big for me. So getting on the plane has always been a nervous moment in my life, because I would have to see if I would need the belt extender, and absolutely did not need it. In fact, I had plenty of room with the seatbelt on the plane. Put a huge smile on my face. And I was comfortable, and I wasn't squished. I didn't feel like I was impeding on the person next to me. So all of that anxiety was gone, out the window, and left in New York. When I got down to Tampa, the biggest thing I struggled with, which lasted from Thursday to Sunday, which is something I have talked about a little bit before, is which I hope didn't come across, but social anxiety is a big thing for me, and I don't talk very much about it, and people don't believe me when I talk about it because I portray myself as someone who's pretty outgoing and doesn't mind talking to new people or talking in crowds, and that's honestly, I'm just a very socially awkward and anxious person, despite what people think. So going down there, the biggest thing for me was being nervous about fitting in and being accepted. I was accepted virtually on YouTube. People watched my videos and mutually supportive relationship with several people on YouTube. I didn't know if that was going to carry over in Tampa once we got down there. And for the most part it did, and I was really, really, really very happy and thankful for the people, which I'll mention, who really took me under their wing and helped me to feel really a part of something, and make me feel much more welcome and less anxious. So when I went to Universal on Friday, I was obviously in the back of my head, I was thinking, don't worry, you're not going to not fit on a ride anymore. But I was questioning whether I would need the fatty, fluffy seat or the regular person seat. Do I need the special size row or the regular row? But I rode every single ride there, everyone at Islands of Adventure. And I didn't need the extended size row. I sat in the regular seats, no problem, and had plenty of room. It felt amazing, because if you haven't watched my earlier videos, that was sadly one of the biggest things that convinced me to do this surgery, was because I wasn't able to do things I wanted to do, some fun things like going to Universal, going on roller coasters, and it was not a problem. And yet another sigh of relief when I was able to do that. People thought I was so fucking weird, because when I went on the first ride was the Hulk, and I went on with one of my cousins, and she sat next to me, and I was like, all right, here's the telltale sign. I go, clicked, and I was like, fuck yeah. The girl next to us was like, looking at us like, what the hell, what is he so excited about? And I go, you don't understand. Last summer I was here, and I didn't fit, and I was thrown off of the ride. Being here, sitting in a regular seat, not extended seat, regular seat, and fitting is a huge, huge deal. It sounds so stupid and so minuscule. But I'm like, you don't understand, it's a huge deal. And the girl goes, well, you'd never know. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. So she was like, you'd never know that you were once not able to fit on a ride. She's like, you look pretty normal now. And I was like, normal. Bizarre word. So my entire time there, my cousins were just so supportive of everything, me being ultra excited about everything I was doing. And a big NSV for me was just being able to run around Universal with energy all day and not feel tired, and be sore. My feet weren't sore, my legs weren't sore, my back wasn't hurting. That all was happening last year, and none of it happened. I was talking about something like in the middle of the day, I was feeling very kind of emotionally drained. I don't know what it was, like all the excitement. I just wasn't myself. My cousins were kind of pointing it out, like, you're not acting the same. You're not as happy-go-lucky and, acting funny and all that. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just drained. I think it was honestly just not being able to have what I usually have here, snacks-wise, to keep me going. So I didn't have any source of protein. So I picked up a little thing of nuts, and I just had mixed nuts, and I was fine. Half an hour later, I was fine, back to normal. So it's amazing what a little bit of protein and food can do. Some other NSVs for the weekend. Well, I talked about my social anxiety, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, but a big hurdle for me was getting over that constant feeling of not being accepted and not fitting in. although it lasted the whole week and the whole time I was down there, it got less. Like I felt more comfortable talking to people that I didn't know, where sometimes, before I would just avoid people. I mean, I did avoid talking to some people, but I was much more open to it down in Tampa. And I don't know if it was due to like having more confidence with the way I look, or whatever, or with myself. I don't know if it was because of that. I don't know why, but I just, after a little bit, I was able to talk to people that I've never met before and just like open up about things I've never talked to people about. So I was really happy, and that's a little victory for me. Whether it's surgery related or not, I was happy to see some of my anxiety go away for a minute, and for me to be able to just feel a little more normal in a group. So yeah, Tampa was a great learning experience. It was very helpful for me to meet people and get to see people that I follow. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was something that has been mentioned in other people's videos, just that I wanted to touch on. I know Gastric Tiger Scott had mentioned that he went down there thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be meeting these movie stars. I'm starstruck. And hold on. Fucking telemarketers. Sorry. So I know Gastric Tiger had mentioned in his video that he went down there thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be meeting like famous people from YouTube. And I went down there kind of with that attitude, because there was a lot of people that I was really looking forward to meeting, and that I looked to as like more of a role model, not as a celebrity, but as more as like a role model for being successful. So I did go down there kind of with that like heightened sense of that I'm meeting someone really important, and not to say no one was important, but I went down there with this big expectations, and it just meeting the people gave me that security that these aren't famous people. They are normal human beings with flaws and struggles and difficulties. And that really just helped ease my anxiety a little bit. Thought that was important to talk about, because for anyone new to the community, just to know these people are just like anyone else. And it was really helpful to meet them in person. Something Gastric Tiger mentioned, and this is just me, I think maybe coping with something that could be more serious. He was serious about it, but he was saying, people really touched him, and I just immediately thought, ew. I went sexual with it, and I was like, I really was touched. Not emotion, maybe a little emotionally, from people that really helped me feel secure and feel comfortable. Yes, but physically, sexually touched. Several times over the whole weekend, and fuck yeah, I'm going to bring it up. I'm not going to mention names. Those of you that are watching this video, you know who you are. I was molested. Not literally, but figuratively. Well, I guess you could say literally. I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of sexual innuendos and actual, like, sexually explicit stuff going on, and it was all in good fun. It was nothing inappropriate, but it was a good time, and that really just helped me feel a little more comfortable / uncomfortable. I don't know, but anyway, sorry for being weird and vague. I didn't want to call anyone out, but those of you who are watching this, you know who you are. So I just want to do a couple shout-outs, and I really want to say thank you to everyone. I know it's cliche, cheesy, whatever. Thank you to everyone. I don't want to leave anyone out, but everyone that I got a chance to say hello, even a quick hello and a picture, I was very happy with that. But I wanted to specifically point out a couple of people that really helped my anxiety go down and feel more comfortable and feel normal and feel like I was wanted and part of something. A lot what kind of Gastric Tiger was talking about. So couple of people I wanted to mention. VSG, Joey G, Joe Green, really from the get-go, right from the beginning, made me feel very comfortable and very engaged. And he was kind of one of the first people to just start talking to me like I was an old-time friend. Hey, how's things going? What's been going on? What's happening with that? And it was just very cool. So I want to thank you, Joey. The times where I was feeling a little awkward sitting in the back of like a discussion and not really participating, Joe was able to like bring me in and talk to me. So that was really cool. I really appreciate that. And Joe is good people. Lauren, obviously, I'm going to mention Lauren losing. From the beginning, her as well. I mean, she was the one who dragged me and bring me in, to whether it was everyone hanging out in the hotel room, Bobby, let's go. And she brought me up there, kept me in the loop. The same thing goes with Sarah, less of Sarah, and more of Will, making me feel so comfortable, just like coming into their home, but it was their hotel room, whatever. But just making me feel very comfortable being there, and never once feel uncomfortable. So that was awesome. Keeping me in the loop of things. I felt like because I was at a different hotel, I was going to be left out of a lot of things, but I wasn't. These are the people that really helped me. Gooch, also, I knew him from meeting him in Boston, but seeing him in Tampa, just great experience. Awesome to spend more time with Gooch. Meeting people for the first time. Kirk, VSG Kirk. He was one of my first YouTube people that I followed with this surgery, because I was specifically looking for guys in the community, and he was one of the first people I watched. So I was really looking forward to meeting him, and he did not disappoint. He is a funny fuck in person and on video, as you can tell, but he is hysterical. Such a great personality, and it was awesome to meet him. Made me feel very just part of it, just another guy in the group. Sarah Spoon, I was a little nervous to meet. Because I didn't know much about her, but brought me right into, and we got to spend a little bit of time together, chatted up, and it was nice. And she's just as fucking hysterical as the rest of them. So that's who I wanted to just do a couple quick shout outs to, and that's really it. It was a great weekend. And I was really happy to meet some of the people that I look up to. So thank you all. And I don't know, I'm just like happily naive to any of that weird shit that went on down there. Glad to have been kind of just unknowns to me. So it was a great experience. And I can't wait to see more of these people. I'm hoping to see more of you guys at the East Coast meet and greet in August. For those of you who didn't come down to Tampa this time, I'm hoping that if you live closer, you can meet at the East Coast meet and greet in Atlantic City in August. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to everyone who has been so supportive of me, and really motivates me to keep going and do well for myself, whether it's here on YouTube or on Facebook. So that's it, week 16. Oh shit, I forgot to talk about this. Quick thing, another NSV. Yesterday, I was leaving work. I got a phone call from my surgeon's office saying that my surgeon wanted me to come down that night, last night, for one of his info sessions that he does. And they asked me to come down and bring any before and after pictures and to share my story. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. Remember, social anxiety, so I got beet red. Look, red just talking about it. But it was super cool to be asked to come down, even this early out, to talk to people who are considering the surgery. So I shared my story. I told them, where I am now in my journey. I shared my successes, my struggles, and I even mentioned, that support is super important, and I get it from YouTube. And that was really cool to see people where I was, several months ago, in that chair, questioning the surgery. And the one thing I just said was like, I never made such a good decision. I've never made a better decision in my life. So on that note, keep on keeping on, and I'm out. Deuces.